TakuyaSugi here with a new character on Korean Lost Saga. This is called Super Dimensional Warrior, but I'm going to refer to it as Alpha because I know the gears are called Alpha gears, and that's what I'm going to stick with. So you probably recognize some of the gears: the helmet, lag sensitive; the armor, lag sensitive; the trinket, not so lag sensitive, but kind of outdated. But the character's weapon is quite cool looking and pretty new and fresh looking. So let's get into all the things he can do, all the goodness. So 3-hit basics. Third hit will pop up behind you, similar to a shaman dash, but a little better. And you can loop these basics. So you can do them probably about 3 times before the height decay gets to you. End it at 2 loops. That's probably safer, but you can go for 3 if you get good at the character. Then you'll want to do something else. So moving on, the hold D. Your hold D uses your 30-meter passive. When you utilize your hold D, you'll use 15 meter of that passive, and it recharges relatively quickly. It does not recharge while you are fighting though, so you can see it's not recharging while I'm throwing attacks. So it will recharge when you're moving around though. When you connect with this hold D, it will free someone in place, and you can have an opportunity to either hit them in the back or do whatever you like to them. So pretty cool passive. It does catch airborne really well as well, so you can see this. When you catch airborne, it will pop them up a little better. So let's say you kind of struggle with doing your basic loops. This makes your basic loops a lot easier, as you can see here. But you still retain the height decay on the basic attacks, so keep that in mind when you're using that passive. It will make your juggles a lot easier though. And you can use this airborne as well, so if you want to use it airborne, it does lock on someone. It doesn't fire straight ahead every time. Just as long as someone's in your vicinity, it will kind of auto-aim it. So awesome passive there. So moving on, dash attacks. So double light D dasher. This is pretty much a straightforward 1-2 pop-up. The first hit does kind of a half-faint flinch. I'm pretty sure you can block off after that though. And the second hit is obviously just a launcher where you can juggle off of. You also have a hold D dasher. When you hold D dasher, this gives you a new 2-hitter. You lunge forward, that does a half feint, and the second hit will throw them up into the air. If you integrate the hold D into your dash, after your light D dasher, it will actually feint. So pretty awesome setup there. Unfortunately, you can't lift off your basics or anything, so pretty much after you feint, you're just going to have to finish out the dasher for an easy launcher to set up your combos. So you end up having a 3-hit launcher guaranteed if you feint. And also you can, just to mention, if you want to hold D off this, it's a little bit trickier to juggle off of. As you can see, it kind of pops them onto the ground, but it is possible if you time it correctly. So I'm going to try and time it here. There we go. Got it. So it's more reliable to go into the 3rd hit dasher. So moving on, jump attacks. So you have a 3-hit jumper. When you hit someone on the ground with these, it just does very minor flinches, especially if you just 2-hit it. As you can see there, it doesn't really do much. If you connect the 3rd hit though, it will do a half feint, and there's potential follow-ups behind that, but I'm not going to fool around with that right now. And you can't integrate the hold D in between the 2nd and 1st jump attacks. So if you want to confuse someone and just kind of trick them out, you can use that hold D clever-like in between those 2 jumpers. It doesn't work after the 3rd jumper though. You also have a air dash attack. So this dash attack, it lunges forward similar to the Unicorn Lancer, but if you connect with it, it's going to catch someone, grab them, spin them around, and throw them to the ground. You can end this throw a little bit early. It does auto-aim as well, so if you're in the appropriate range, you can pretty much trick someone and catch them like that. So really nice, and ideally you would hold D after that attack to set up juggles. So it's a really great anti-air tool. It's really great for extending combos as well, so you can do it off your 2-hit dashers, as you can see there, and hopefully you can get some nice combos off of that. So really awesome air dash attack there. Hopefully it's not lag sensitive though. So let's check out our defensive capabilities down here with the robot friends. See how they're doing. Haven't said hello to them in a while. So pretty much you have an air recovery with your armor, and you have a counter attack, which I'm trying to get, which I'm not doing too well at. There we go. I got it. So your counter attack is a simple feint. and really nice of them to add a quick, easy feint similar to Yumi Rod. Maybe not as quick as Yumi Rod, but pretty quick. So yeah, your defensive capabilities are your armor, air recovery, and your counter attack. So let's get into the skills here. Weapon skill. You grab someone. This does hit ground as well, and you freeze them. If you press your D after this, you can summon all these little cubes around them, and it will explode and launch them up into the air. I don't believe you can get fall damage off this. If you can, I haven't figured out how, but it does hit in an AoE, so let's go and show the AoE potential here. So just summon all these cubes and pop people around, and it's a potentially good edging tool, and you can maybe get your air dasher off of it if you're pretty quick and clever like. So yeah, pretty fair weapon skill. Once again, it does hit grounded, as you can see here. If you don't want to press the D hits, you can just leave them frozen and go double team someone or something. So pretty neat weapon skill. So armor skill, pretty straightforward. You can use this in the air. It's a little bit tricky. You gotta be up close to grab someone with it these days. Maybe it's just my lag here. Maybe I'm using it wrong and forgot how to use it. But yeah, preferably. What, man? I just can't get this freaking thing. So yeah, replace this armor ASAP, especially if you're a North American player. I don't know, guys. It swings someone around. You saw me use it in the beginning of the video. I'm not gonna fool around with it. It's an old gear. So get rid of that old armor. Replace it with something decent. So helmet. Once again, it's another lag sensitive gear. It's pretty awesome lag sensitive gear, but really outdated. Pretty much just a simple pop up. Doesn't even grab grounded. So you know, it is what it is. It's not. This character doesn't have the best gear set. And Trinket, pretty fair. It does stun someone, so you could potentially, go into your hold D or something like that, or into your hold D dashers. So a couple options for the Trinket, but it's not the best either. So gear set's a little bit of a bummer, but the basic skill set is really awesome on the character. You have a lot of combo potential behind it, and pretty good gap closing potential. Really nice team play potential with the hold Ds. Nice anti-air when you consider your hold D locks on pretty well. Kind of like Succubus in a little way, a little bit with the hold D, except it sets up your juggles really easily. So yeah, really excellent character here, guys. Obviously, it's got some problems with lag sensitivity on the gears. I hope it doesn't have lag sensitive problems with the air dasher, but that is a possibility, which is unfortunate, but that's just the nature of the game. So yeah, you could do this a couple times, maybe twice with your passive fully charged. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next video.